Welcome learners. Today we are going to see some of the example program in C. First we are going to see the example of structure. Then we have to see how to print a triangle using the star in C program. Let us start. Okay, in this program we are using a structure to group some of the data and print the values of the details of the cars. Okay. First we are include our header functions. First the standard input output header functions we are included, and then we are include the string functions because we are using here the strings, right? For car name and car model they are the string. We are using a string as an our process as a function, so we have included string header files. Then we have create a structure by using a struct keyword, and the structure name is car, and inside of that we have given many values. First we have given a car name, this is name as a variable, and the character data type, and we allocate memory space for 20. And then we have also given a model for car, and here also we give a character data type. And in the third line we are provide int data types with year variable, and here we provide a float data type with for prices. Inside the structure the user entered input can be stored. We can use many cars as an input to this structure. Then see, this is the main function. Inside the main functions all the process can perform, right? So here we call the structure by using the struct keyword, and this is the structure name, and this cars is a variable. By using this we have to access the structure in the program. Here I have given 2 as an input. That means we have to access the structure car for 2 times. Okay, so we are given as 2. Let us see. Here for the 2 times only I have to call, right? So I have given an I value as 2. In the for loop, if we want to call multiple times until the condition is false, then we can go for a loops. So we have used the for loops. In that, first I initialize I equal to 0, and here what is I means the cars is an I, how many times it have to be entered. Then I have to check if I less than 2, and then the updation of I will be take place. Here I ask for enter the car details to the user. Actually here the percentage t is an format specifier. It has been used to print the integers. Then I have asked the user to enter the car name, and the car name must be a string, right? So we have used the format specifier as %s. And then in the cars, this is the variable we have declared in the cars, right? So we are accessing it here. In the cause of I dot name, first for first set of car details, what is the name of the car we have to give on that. And then second, what is the car model. Here the car model is stored in that structure car, and then we have the user enter the car year, and then the user enter the car's price. Price maybe comes in decimal, right? So we are using a float format specifier. Here we are using a %d for integers. And then we have to give a new line for to look good. And then we have to print the entered card details, right? So we have given the details of the entered card. Again we have to check that how many times how many set of cars detail is given, right? So we have to print all of this. So let us see here the printf. First the car, how many times it should be is printed, and then the car name, model, and then the year, and then the price is printed. and then here the return statement is used, and then that's all about the structures of program. Let us run this program. First it's asked for first I have to for car1 I have to enter the details, right? So okay, first I give some of the car name like Maruti Suzuki. Then it's asked for me yes, right, 2020 price sound like is asked for car name, second car, model is tag, ask for year 2024, ask for price, I give 4 lakh. Then it shows the details of the car. It shows the details, right? First I have entered the details of car 1 and then I have entered the details of car 2, and it shows the details of entered cars, that is this line is executed. For car 1 this is, and then the car 2 is this. We are using the float float format specifiers, right? So it comes with the decimal points as 0. This is how the structure of the structures program example is executed. Okay, let us see one more example. By here we want to print a triangle by using the stars in C. Let us see how this works. First we have to include the header files. Then we have to given a main function. So I have given and open the main functions by using the curly braces, and here I initialize the variables I and j and rows for further uses, and I ask the users for how many rows it has to print the stars as a triangle format, right? So I have used a printf function. Ask for enter the number of rows. Then user have to enter the rows, right? Then we have to get that value by using the scanf function. So write the scanf function. We have used the format specifier as %d because that is an integer, right? In the rows I have stored using the address of operator. Then I have used the for loop to execute continuously until the condition is false. I have initialized that I is an integer in the first step, right? So I have used I without initializing inside the for loop. Okay, initialize I equal to 1 because we have to print the star in first number only. Okay, then I have to check I less than or equal to rows, and then the updation process is done. Inside of this for loop we have created another for loop. Here I can declare that j equal to 1. In the first step I have declared that the j is an integer, so I have just simply put that j equal to 1 and j less than or equal to rows minus 1 and j. Why we are using this line, that is we have to check this condition, means this is for print the spaces between each stars. Okay, this for loop is for executing the how many times it has to be printed. That is, if the user entered 5 means we have to print the 5 rows as a triangle format. Then the first for loop done this job, and the second for loop y means it have to print the spaces. Actually print the spaces is for a designing purpose. To make it look like a triangle, we have to adjust some spaces, right? So we are using this for loop. Then if you are using this for loop for spaces means we have to print that, right? So we are using a printf function to print the spaces. Like inside the double quotations we have to click some spaces. Okay, and then we have also want to print the stars, right? So we have used another for loop. Here j equal to 1 and j less than or equal to I. Why we are using this means we have to print the stars as stars, right? So we are, this for loop is used to print the stars. Let us use the print statement. Okay, this for loop is closed here, this for loop is closed here, and then inside that I have to give a printf statement for printing the new line, also in double quotation. And then I have to give a return statement. Okay, let us see this example as one more time. First we have declared the header file and then given a main functions. First here also we initialize that int is equal to I, j and rows, and we have to ask the user to enter the how many rows they want, and their entered rows are get by the scanf functions. And then first is come to the for loop, and we initialize that I equal to 1, right? Then it's go check if I less than or equal to rows. If the condition is true, then it goes inside this for loop, and it also check first we initialize j equal to 1. Okay, then the value of j is 1, and then it's compared with row minus 1. That is it's how, so row minus I. It's have to check how it's work means what is the value of I here, 1. Then it's simply minus with that rows and check if j less than or equal to if row minus 1, what is the value here. Then if it's true, then one space will be printed in the output functions. Okay, then this by executing these functions until the condition is false. After that condition is false, it comes out of the loop, and check if j equal to 1, and here also we have to put I, okay, and check if j less than or equal to I. Then if the condition is true, then 1 star is printed. Again it's come to this for loop. That means it's come to the second row. First row has been done. In first row the spaces and stars has been done. Then for the second row it has to print the spaces and stars, right, to make it as a triangle. Then it's again this comes to the this for loop, and again the spaces has entered, and again if the condition is true, the star has been entered. This is how it works. Let us run this program. It's asked for me to enter the number of rows. If I give 5, it shows the output like this. If I let's run this again. If I entered 8 rows, it shows for 8 rows. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Sorry, 8. This is how it's work. First this for loop is for to enter how many rows, and this for loop is for making the spaces, and then this for loop is to print the stars. This is how this function is work. Thank you.
Congratulations! You have completed the advanced level courses. It's time to take the final quiz. Click on the quiz button and finish it to obtain your certificate. After completing the quiz, you will also be eligible for a professional certificate. Fill the form after obtaining the advanced course certificate to obtain the final hard copy of your professional certificate at your doorstep. Happy learning!